Chào mừng cả nhà đến với chặng thứ tư nha, thứ tư của buổi trưa ngày hôm nay nha. Rồi cả nhà mình cùng nói là I am on track, I'm ready. Xong rồi nhờ cô Minh cho mình vào vạch xuất phát ha, cô Linh. Rồi, I'm on track,
I'm on track.
I'm
I'm
ready.
ready.
Dạ, Linh ơi, cho
Let's
đoàn của mình vào vạch xuất phát đi.
go.
Dạ, hiện nay của mình là có 8 nha. Đâu 7 chứ hả? 2, 4, 6. Dạ, mình là có 7 tay đua nha cả nhà. Đoàn đua của mình là gồm có 7 tay ha. Mình đang đứng ở vạch xuất phát là lesson 8, written in competent. Rồi, cỡ chữ của mình là 30 và tốc độ là 11. Cả nhà ơi, mình let's go ha. Let's go. Cô Thảo
Let's
Ly.
go.
Lesson 8,
Lesson
richness
8, richness in competence.
Competence.
Reading 1. When referring to competence, we often think to the ability to do something, such as management competence or organizational competence. So what exactly is competence? Following this, we find to clarify the meaning of each of being rich in competence. What is competence? When referring to competence, we often think of the word maturity because we do not combine the maturity with competence, and we will have a distortion regarding the process of competence development. Competence development that does not meet actual needs is also inappropriate.
In life, there are
many people who possess competence, but their lives are very poor. Conversely, a person who truly possesses competence, according to the philosophy of fundamental education, is a mature person, and consequently, their life is very good. Factors constituting competence created by three factors. Factor 1, competence in conception. Factor 2, competence in social relationships. Factor 3, competence in personal expertise. In society, when people mention competence, they usually only remember competence in professional expertise. But if a person only a professional expertise, then lack maturity. Forming social relationships between people is also a type of competence. A person's conception is also a form of competence. Therefore, we should not understand the term competence simply on its own, but transform maturity into the foundation of this concept of competence. There we can develop through competence. So from now on, we define the term competence as maturity. Maturity is professional expertise, maturity in social relationships, and maturity in conception. Satisfying shows that professional expertise contribute 20%, conception contributes 40%, and social relationships contributes 40% to a person's maturity. What is maturity? What is a mature person? Maturity is the set of internal feeling that one's conception, social relationships, and professional expertise surpass what they were previously. A mature person is someone whose conception, social relationships, and professional expertise far exceeds their age. A highly competent person, also known as a person who is more mature than others, is someone whose conception, social relationships, and professional expertise far exceeds their age, and simultaneously, these factor competence, social relationships, and professional expertise are approaching those of successful people recognized by the socially recognized context. The terms of socially recognized context, there are things suitable for society at the
The
at
term
one
social
point in time, but
socially
unsuitable at other
recognized
times. Therefore,
contexts
from the
are
perspective of the
unsuitable
principal
for a
alignment,
time
we understand
with a
that
quiet
alignment with the
time, but
social context
unsuitable
is
at another
supported,
time.
while
The
the
whole from the
contradiction
perspective of the principle of
is
aligning.
opposed.
We understand that
Example, in the
alignment is
social
defined
context
as
in the
social
past, hitting a
context
child when they are
while
young and
contradiction is
considerate
relevant.
education, but
For
with
example, in
current
the
conception,
social
hiding a child is no longer
context
appropriate. In the
where
past, society
a
said
young
the
were
market
considered
was a
important
better
but
field.
current
The current
conception
social
has no
context suggests
in the past,
there
those
are no
society
competitors,
said the
but
market
rather
was
collaboration and mutual
the current
support for
social
their
context suggests
development.
there is no
According to the
competition, rather
statistic within the
the
current social context, our speed of maturity is as follows. From 0 to 30
according
years
to
old,
scientific
focus to the first
statistics
30
within the
years
current
of life
social
by
context,
developing
our speed
professional
of
expertise.
maturity
From 30 to
follow
40 years
from
on, the next
30
10 years
years
are
old and
developing social
30 years
relationships.
of
From
life on
40 to
developing
50 years old,
professional
the next 10 years
capacity.
are
From
years
30 to 40
to
years
build
old, the
standard
next 10 years are
conception.
for
However,
development social relationship.
age
From
does not
40 to
represent
50
human
years, the
development,
next
rather
10 years
conception,
are to
social
build
relationships, and professional
capacity.
expertise
However, age
represent a
cannot
person's
represent
maturity age.
development.
A
Rather,
person mature
conception
in
social
professional
relationship and
expertise is
professional
someone who
capacity
thoroughly
represent
grasps
a
the beneficial
person who
source
has reached
concept
age.
in their
A person
industry and
mature in
possesses
professional
the
capacity
destination
is someone
mindset
who
of the
thoroughly grasps
industry. A
beneficial
person
source
mature
concept
in social
in their
relationships is
industry
someone who
and
gathers
possess the
people with the
destination mindset
affectionate,
of the
trusting, and close
industry.
relationships.
A
The
person
formula for
matures in
internal development
social
is a 1
relationship
to
is
20
someone who gather people with
510,000.
affections,
A
trusting
person mature in
close
conception
regarding
process of seeking
about
maturity in
relationship,
the
the formula of
conception,
internal
one
development is
recognizes
1
that
to
person rich
times
in the factor of
510
wisdom,
thousand. A
mindset,
person matures
characters,
in
and quality
conception
virtues
in the process of seeking maturity
assessed by
section.
others
One
as
recognize
having a
that
standard
people
conception.
rich in the
Conception
factor of
determine
wisdom
mindset, easily
mindset,
achieve maturity in
character and
conception,
quality
and
virtue
social
are assessed
relationships.
by other
This
have
contributes
an standard
80% of a person's
conception
competence.
determines mindset.
Concept of
If we
decades
achieve maturity
to
in
assess
conception
maturity
and
age, the
social
life
relationship,
cycle
its
of the
attribute
Earth changes
contribute
once
80% of
every
person
10 years.
competence.
For human
Concept
social
of
relationships,
decades
on average,
to
social relationships change
relationships of
over
Earth
every 5 years.
change in
Taking
every
the
10 years for human
milestones
social
of
relationship on average.
2000,
Social relationship change
1990,
in every 5
1980,
years. Taking a
1970,
milestone of
1960,
200,
1950, 1940, 1930, 1920, 1910, 90, 100, 1890. Every 10 years that pass
1840,
is
every 10 years
signifies
that
a
pass in
generation.
a
While
significant
appearances may
generation,
overlap,
while
there are
appearance may
actually
overlap.
differences. The
There are
preceding
actual
generation leads to the
differences. The
succeeding
preceding
generation.
generation lead to
In
succeeding
2022,
generation.
the
In
1960
2028,
generation
the
leads to the country and
existing
corporations, and the
generation lead to country and
1970 generation is
corporation.
going to
But
replace them.
2060
7 years
generation are
from
going to
now,
replace them. 7 years from now,
transitioning into
transition into
2030 and
2030
1960
and
generation will begin
1980
to be
generation begin to
supported.
supported by the
2040,
system
the
according to
50, and
the
the
leadership.
20, the
The
thousand
generation
children
become
will
the
lead to the
leader.
country.
Even by
If
one
at one
corresponding
corresponding decade,
by
one
one
has
can become the
become the
leaders in
leader
one
of the
operating
industry,
and
then
one always have not been actually
anyone who takes a
recognized
role
by other
earlier than
who
their
take a role
corresponding
earlier than corresponding
step
decade
in
define as it
the goal of quit
the
is to
objective is
accelerate the maturity
implements
age
from
so can inherit the
1990 and
1970
1870 so they can
decade.
begin
There are
with
two types
the
of competence. The two types
1970
of competence
there
are
are two
working
kind of
competence and
competence.
human
There are two kind
competence.
of competence. Are
Human
working
success is
competence
someone's
and human competence.
success with
Working
working
success
competence
is working
20%, and human
competence
competence
and
is
human
less than
competence. A
80%.
person's
The
success
elder
with
stages has pointed
probably
out to us
solved
all
by
problems
success.
in life are solved by success. All
All problem
problems
of
of
success are
success
solved by
are solved by
maturity. All
maturity, and all
problem of
problems of
maturity are
maturity are solved by
solved by
learning.
learning.
Thus, to accelerate
To
the maturity or shorten the path to
maturity
maturity,
or shorten
instead
the
of
path to
achieving
maturity,
maturity at the
instead
15
of
years old,
achieving
achieving maturity
maturity
at
at 50
that
years
the
old,
path is
you
ordered by the age of
accelerate the path
20. It has
by
only
the
one
age
single path, learning.
it is only
Learning
one
is
single path
needed to
learning.
grasp the standard
Learning
concept
needs
conception
to
regarding
grasp the
life
standard
issues. Learning is
conception
needed to
regarding
raise
life
awareness,
issues.
thereby
Learning is
developing
needed
social
to raise
relationships.
awareness,
Learning
thereby
will achieve
developing social
80% of
relationship.
maturity identity and by applying that conception and social relationships to professional expertise, youth people achieve success.
Through learning, we
professional
achieve the
application
80% at
achieve
maturity, and by applying that conception, a social relationship to
Ok,
professional
vậy mình được
expertise,
9
we
phút
will
ha cả
thereby
nhà.
achieve a success.
Rồi mình được 9 phút nha.
Mấy cái đoạn số nhiều và đọc nó bị ruột.
Dạ.
Thì
Rồi ok cả nhà mình
19
cùng
một lượt.
ô. Yes.
Oh, yes.
Rồi mình hoàn thành